Grudge, where that girl just is coming up through the sheets in your bed.
Yeah.
You know, like,
What's up, guys? It's Alonna and Jordyn with 570 Press, and we are here at Reaper's Revenge with the owner himself, Paul. How are you tonight?
good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have a couple questions for you. So the first one we have is, what inspired you to want to create this business?
It's a really long story, but I was in the amusement industry. I had a 130-foot mobile bungee jump. We got booked at in a haunted attraction down at Jason's Woods, down in the Philadelphia area. And then as we moved out west and I was in San Diego, we were at the Del Mar Fairgrounds at what's called the Scream Zone. And so by owning this bungee jump and booking it in the Halloween season, I started getting interested in haunted attractions. Started going to numerous haunted attractions, and realized that, you know, maybe that's something one day I'd want to do. Excuse me. And it was about 10 years later till we finally broke ground and opened Reaper's Revenge.
Yeah, you're kind of looking at it, you're kind of like, you know what, I can do this too, but I can probably do it a little bit better than you're doing it. Was it kind of like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, I went to a lot of great haunts, and I went to some haunts that weren't as good.
Yeah.
And of course, I just thought if I found the right piece of property and the right team, that we could put on a better show. And it's taken us a while, and we worked very hard to become what we are. But we can compete with any haunt in the country.
What future ideas do you have for any type of expanding inside of the grounds here? Do you have any ideas on expanding coming up in the next?
Yeah, the problem is we have more than enough ideas. I have a lot of ideas. I have a team with a plethora of ideas. We write them down every year. Unfortunately, we're limited by time, money, and you know, a lot of things. So we have to put ourselves in check sometimes and do what's practical to try to make the show and all 4 attractions a little different, a little better every year. We do have a 2-year plan to open a 5th attraction. It's going to be something like you've never seen before. Yeah, I'm going to be going to IAPA in Orlando in about 6-7 weeks. And if everything works out, we have some plans for 2021 for opening of our 5th attraction. But there's many ideas out there on how to improve our show all the time. You have to be careful, because what I tell people is like a 65-acre model railroad. It's never done.
Yeah.
You keep building on it. You can change things. You make it bigger and better. But unfortunately, we are limited by time and money.
Yeah.
And we try to. You have to run this like a business, and you have to put some limits on things. You just can't go crazy.
Yeah. What horror movies, if any, inspired the Hayride?
Well, my favorite. Clowns scare a lot of people, but not me so much. For me, it's always been the Ring Girl. Creepy little critters that crawl on the ground. Spiders, snakes,
Really?
Ring Girls, The Grudge.
I didn't expect that at all.
Ring Girls.
So the
Yeah.
Ring Girl is one of our best scenes. It's been here 11 years. We'll probably never take it out. But yeah, those are the movies. Obviously, I've seen all the Jasons and Mike Myers, and we have those characters, and Freddy, and but the old classic horrors for me are timeless. Everybody can enjoy those.
So I'm assuming Reagan coming down the steps backwards in The Exorcist is a thing that's like a little scary to you?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Totally. And that the movie The Grudge, where that girl just is coming up through the sheets in your bed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's all.
It's a more recent movie, but ever see The Unborn before?
No.
I only saw it like twice because I wasn't a fan of certain things of it, but it would freak you out then.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for again?
Contortion?
Contortion.
Yeah.
In it, like a lot.
I wish I had more time to watch a lot of movies. I guess
Yeah.
I wait to see which ones surface
Yeah.
as being those timeless movies
Right.
that people can relate to over time. And I don't know if Friday the 13th and Mike Myers, Jason, those characters, I don't know if there'll ever be movies as awesome as, you know what,
Yeah.
the impact that they put on the industry.
Yeah. Exactly. And I was just talking about that on a review I did yesterday about how, you know, John Carpenter didn't think when he was making Halloween just what he was getting himself into and how much of an impact that would have.
Yeah. And believe it or not, I don't think there's anything special about those movies except the soundtracks.
Yeah.
Which is what Reaper's Revenge, hands down, is better than any haunt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Our sound, you know, we have Rock Street Music, Billy and Rock Street Music. They bring semi-loads of sound equipment up here. We have massive sound systems, subwoofers.
I used to say, I mean, you could hear a lot of bass too.
Yeah.
It's not that sharp, annoying sound.
We're not putting boom boxes on hay wagons. If it thunders and lightnings out there, or you hear trees falling, you're going to hear a sound system like you'd hear in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought made those movies so special back then.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
was the soundtracks.
Yeah. Same thing with Psycho. It wasn't scary until they put the soundtrack over it.
Yeah. If you watch those movies at home on a black and white TV through a little speaker, it's not the same experience.
No, not
so
at
we
all.
tried to definitely bring that on 65 acres. We try to bring that set in all of our scenes.
Yeah.
So
you can definitely tell.
What is your point of view on places like this that end up branching out into a franchise?
I don't know. There are a couple haunt franchises out there, and they're great, and they're visually amazing, and they put a lot of money into it. I think, you know, Reaper's Revenge just has that family feel still. We have a nucleus of people, 16, 20 people that have been with me for 11 years, and it still is very unique, and I don't think I would be able to copy this because we can't duplicate the people that do this in 10 other locations.
Yeah.
You can duplicate the scenes and the animatronics, but you can't duplicate that passion all over the country. I think we have a good formula to open haunts, and our business motto is good, but I don't think you could duplicate Reaper's Revenge unless you could clone all of us up here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, you know, that would be virtually impossible to clone all those people. And honestly.
We have a really strong team that we acquired.
Yeah, and you could see it, you know, just walking in here, all around the atmosphere, you could just tell that, like, you treat, you know, the entire team like family.
Everybody knows each other.
It's a go corporate and franchise. Of course, that's standard. I'd want to deliver everywhere, but but then I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my team wouldn't be here, and then I don't think you can pull off how special this place is and duplicate it.
Yeah.
So.
See, and maybe it'll turn out like Knoebels is. You know, Knoebels only has the one location, but they're international.
That's a great example. That is an awesome park. It's unique.
Yeah.
You try to duplicate it, I think that they're all going to suffer.
Yep, exactly. So, what made you choose the Reaper as the theme?
Well, it was me and I guess there was about 6 of us for hours and hours and hours, just throwing out names and checking, you know, what names were used on the internet and what names were registered in PA businesses, and there's a lot of haunts out there that use Fright Fest and Fright this and Frightland, and you know, and there's a lot of terms that are used a lot. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to do something different, and I love the word revenge. And when we put when it came together, we had a list of 20 different names, and Reaper's Revenge just stuck, and it was a good theme. It was different. It flowed. It wasn't used on the internet yet. And,
that's the best one, right? It's a hard one to find.
I just love the term revenge. You know, if you think of the Grim Reaper,
you think of it,
coming out to get revenge, and our I guess our statement is come up and test your fate. Test your fate with the Reaper, who's gonna have revenge on you. So you know, we go to Trans World, and there's hundreds and hundreds of haunts out there, and maybe it's because it's mine, but I don't know, I just think Reaper's Revenge sticks out. So I was really glad we picked that name, because now that I'm in the industry and I see all the names, I have trouble keeping track of from one to the other. And Reaper's Revenge is pretty unique. So I don't want to take all the credit for that name, but inevitably that's the one I picked. We had a lot of names to choose from.
Yeah.
And do you like the name?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think alliteration
Absolutely.
always goes a long way.
I love it.
Plus,
Plus,
a good ring to it. It's very
it makes me
important.
think of my favorite movie's Jaws. I actually have a half horror, half aquatic tattoo sleeve.
Right.
So I love the water. I love horror, obviously. But as soon as I heard the name, I thought of Jaws: The Revenge, and how the shark comes back in the movie, and I'm like, damn, it's like the Grim Reaper's coming back. So exactly like you just said.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So hypothetically, if you didn't have this business, what would you be doing if you could not do this?
Well, I own a restaurant in Honesdale. It's called Paulie's Hot Dogs. It's all your favorite food from the fairs and carnivals, and it's very successful. It's actually helped finance this, and so I still have that day job, and I have a great crew there. I don't know. I think my niche is entertaining people, finding things that are not so cheesy, and how to bring true quality entertainment to people. So I would say, I grew up in the carnival business, and
So
I
did
was
I.
in the ride business, and I was a ride inspector, a ride supervisor, and I owned the bungee jump. So we call it the amusement industry, and a lot of the people on my team came from the amusement industry, and a lot of people who got into this business years ago were farmers that were struggling, and they knew how to drive tractors and they knew how to do hay rides, but they didn't necessarily know how to entertain people. So I believe us coming from the amusement industry, we have that little niche.
Yeah.
The carnival industry, we're all part of what's called the PA Showman Association. And that's what it is. PA Showman Association. We're in the amusement industry. We know how to bring fun. We know how to entertain people. We had to learn how to drive farm tractors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got a real strong family atmosphere out here, but it's a challenge. That's where the work is. But to me, it's worth it. I don't want to just turn a switch on and have my animatronics. Hopefully they scare you.
Yeah.
It's all about the actors. So any haunt out there that's what we call actor-based, I enjoy going to see those shows.
All right, and I think this might be the last one.
Jordan, speed up a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think this might
Because
be
there's
the
a
last
chainsaw in
one.
the distance.
Where would you see yourself personally and Reaper's Revenge in 5 years?
I hope to be semi-retired. I have a lot of great people that want to step up. Reaper's Revenge, I'll always be a part of it. It's just going to keep shooting for the skies. The sky's the limit. As long as we continue to have growth, we're going to keep trying to bring our A game, and we're going to try to make the show bigger and better and different every year, because that's what the customer wants. And I just won't ever let it get stale or become mediocre. I'll make sure, no matter how much I'm involved, that energy to make it better every year, continues. So in 5 years, I don't know. Like I said, I never thought we would reach the status we have in 11 years. We've been, by a lot of review people, national review companies have put us in the top 10 haunts in the country.
They are, yes. I've read it before.
Last couple of years. So, do you want to be number one? Yeah. There's a lot of opinions out there. Just being in the top 10 is good. I guess I want to stay in the top 10.
Yeah.
And it's a very competitive industry.
Oh yeah.
So it's
growing every year.
If you want to stay in that top 10, you better bring it every year. You better put the money into it, put the hard work, do your homework, and try new things. And also, it's important to me to let some of these other people who have great ideas, let them come forward, so it's not all me.
Yeah, just diversity definitely makes everything go around. You can't have just one.
We do, when we have our creative meetings, it's more a democracy. We vote on things, because I don't have all the answers. So.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for everything.
Yes,
Thanks so much for
thank you
talking
so
with
Thank
us.
you guys. I love having you up here. Anytime, you're welcome back.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
definitely
Thank
will
you
be.
so much. We appreciate it. This is Alonna and Jordyn with 570 Press, and this is Paul, the owner of Reaper's Revenge. Make sure you check them out the rest of this season and next season and many seasons to come.